Greatswords, probably the most popular weapon in Guild Wars 2. Here are some of the best-looking greatswords in-game. Let's start with one of the newest great swords that arrive in the latest expansion, Secrets of the Obscure. It has a unique draw effect where it materializes into solid on draw and fades on stow into a golden translucent glow. I must say, it is one of the more interesting great swords in the history of the game. The strength of the unseen great sword is a reward that players can get from the achievement of the same name. It is an easy achievement about Mabon and can be done in around 10 minutes. Next up is one of my favorite weapon set, the Magical Great Sword. This set has one of the most attention-grabbing appearance in game due to its bright pink color and rainbow effects. It usually looks good when paired with shades of blue or pink, so it fits Guardians and Mesmers. Moving on, we have the Alchemist Greatsword. This set has bronze metallic parts combined with liquid coursing through glass. The liquid glows from purple to pink to blue. I would say it is one of the more intricately designed weapon set. Next is Cobalt, one of the oldest flashy skin in game. At first glance, it looks nothing special. It is only on draw that it shows a blue flame effect engulfing the greatsword. It illuminates dark surroundings with its fire effect. It used to be one of the more sought-after skins in game. Another older skin is the Fractal Greatsword. Probably one of the first weapons to get a trail effect in-game, the Fractal set has a very noticeable white trail when the sword is swung. It fits well with classes that uses a lot of swinging like the Warrior and Guardian. There is also a golden and a dark red Abyssal Fractal set added to the game as the years passed. Next up is Dusk. This is a precursor weapon to the legendary Twilight Greatsword. It is probably the best-looking precursor weapon to me. With a red outer glow surrounding a contrasting black greatsword, it is very visible and attention-grabbing when used. Although it has no trails, it still is one of the better-looking dark-themed greatsword. The Lorekeeper Greatsword is another great-looking set. It has golden and white color schemes with a golden trail when moved. I think it fits Guardians and Firebrands well with its book theme. Golden weapons used to be limited, and the Lorekeeper set was one of the first to be introduced to the game. The Royal Ascalonian Greatsword is another set that has more than meets the eye. During nighttime, this set turns blue and has Ascalonian ghostly flames emitting from it when drawn. This set is as old as the game and still looks good, especially for new players who want to get into dungeons. A flaming version was later added to the game for Halloween, and fortunately, the chest can be bought from the trading post for a small sum. Next, the Inquest Mark II Greatsword is another set that has on-draw weapon-changing effects. When drawn, it emits red outer edges, and when stowed, they disappear. There are red laser effects coursing through the weapon when idle too. This set probably fits characters who want to look futuristic as it is made in Ascalonian technology. The War God Greatsword is one of the earlier flaming weapons to be added to the game. Crafted in the image of Balthazar, this set clearly espouses the War God's influence and design in its making. Suitable for warriors and revenants, in my opinion. The Officer Remnant Greatsword is probably one of the best-looking plain weapons set in the game. It has detailed design but no effects. suitable for people who don't like flashy styles. It is also very cheap to obtain. Also, another favorite set of mine, the Luminous Greatsword is simple and elegant. With gentle golden glows when drawn, it certainly is one of the best-looking and timeless greatsword indeed. Another very popular set in its time is the Super Greatsword. This set is obtained from the Super Adventure box, and over the years, many other colors were added, like green, orange, yellow, and red. These weapons will glow when drawn, and I must say the red set especially is probably the most eye-catching weapon set in the game. Alright, let's move on to legendaries. The most popular and classic weapon skin by far in the history of this game, the Sunrise Twilight Eternity set. This first-generation legendary weapon was the go-to for almost everyone in its time. Did you know that its precursors Dawn and Dusk used to cost 1G? Imagine that. Nowadays, there are flashier sets like the Generation 3, Aurene legendaries, but to many players, Eternity is still the best-looking greatsword of all time. For the newer players, Sunrise and Twilight are the light and dark theme legendaries respectively. When you combine both of them, you get Eternity. Eternity is a unique skin in that it glows bright when Tyria is day, and it glows dark when Tyria is night. Also, the hilt of Eternity gains a corresponding glow, and the aura changes from blue in Sunrise and black in Twilight to a more visibly orange in Datum Eternity and darker black in Night to Me Eternity. The Generation 2 Greatsword Legendary is called Exordium. It is unique in that it changes its shape depending on what skills were used. If you spin it, it will change to a battle axe, for example. If you start blocking, it changes to a huge shield-shaped sword, etc. Finally, we reach the Generation 3 Legendary. The Aurene Greatsword is probably the most flashy skin currently in game. Everything about it, from draw stow effects to skill usage, is just eye-catching. In addition, one can make other color flavors in the name of the other 6 Elder Dragons: Jormag, Primordus, Jaitan, Mordramoth, Kralkatorrik, and Suwan. Of note, the Primordus set has very visible fiery trail effects even when stowed. My personal favorite for these legendaries is the Suwan set, because I think the water effects and appearance are just beautiful. Alright, I shall end this video with some honorable mentions. Probably the most outstanding among these is the Vermilion Blaze Greatsword. Its effects and design are just legendary. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.